right, you guys. How you guys doing tonight? You guys having fun yet?
Woo!
Okay, this is a multimedia show. This is actually a book I'm writing. I do art and music, but one time they were talking about receiving love on some Christian radio show, and I just started thinking about, it's kind of like a tree. You know, a tree has to receive sunlight in order to bear fruit, right? So we have to receive from the Lord, and God gives us abundantly. And it's not just a one-time deal, but it's constant. And we receive sunlight, and we receive water, and then we bear fruit, right? Anyway, interesting story is they didn't know how a tree could grow from a little seed, and they took like 10-pound boxes of dirt and put a seed in it. And then they grew a tree, and then they waited again. It was still 10 pounds. They thought maybe the dirt was going up in the tree. And then what they did is they couldn't figure it out, as they were baffled. And anyway, they got the microscope, and they figured out that the cells around here were subdividing. And it's the same thing with the church. You know, we grow a strong cell of people, and then we subdivide, and we grow more and more, and we grow bigger and bigger. And another thing that's really cool about trees is even though it's surrounded by dirt, there's no dirt in the tree. It's filtering out the dirt, right? And the same thing with us. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, you know, just think how supernatural the Bible is. It's powerful. Anyway, okay, I'll just move on to this other one. It's for a book I'm working on, and it's kind of funny. The other day I was talking to a dude, and he said, didn't know this guy at all. He says, you know, before they wrote the Bible, there were people drawing pictures of Christ and the stories that they were drawing because people couldn't read, right? So anyway, it's really powerful to have illustrations. And so I was writing about vessels, and you know, it's just, any guys ever worked at clay before? Anybody? Nobody? Anyway, the thing with clay, it's really funny, is it's always wanting to sag. It's always wanting to pull down. So if you're a potter, you're always working the clay upwards. You're always working it. And if it gets narrow on one side, it will collapse. And it's the same thing with us. We're constantly needing to be lifted up. And so don't feel bad if you feel like you're, sagging, Excuse I don't want to get into that. Anyway, but, okay, so you guys having fun? You like this so far?
Yeah.
All right, here's another one. I was just thinking about, how, you humble yourself and God will lift you up, right? You ever hear that song, Humble Thyself in the Sight of the Lord? Anyway, so I'm drawing this out. I'm thinking about that song, and I just started thinking of like an eagle soaring on the wind, and, it spreads its wings out, and then it lifts up. God lifts, and it's the same thing with us. If we lay down our lives, then God can lift us up. Isn't that right? I mean, and then how impressive it is when we see a wing, these, from the side it don't look so great, but from underneath, that wing, those wings look incredible. And another thing about eagles that's really interesting is they tack up into the wind, kind of like a sailboat goes upwind. They don't, this thing you want that's straight ahead, this goal you want, a lot of times you got to go sideways, and then you get up there. It's never a straight line, right? Anyway, so there's another story here. Have you guys ever watched eagles grab fish out of the water? You ever seen that? And it's kind of like God does that to us too. Like he comes down and like grabs us, right? And like when you ever seen that when they grab the fish will try and wiggle loose. And they a lot of times they'll end up dropping the fish on the rocks and then go and pick them up. But it's the same thing with us. We try and, no, and then we kind of, do our own thing. Then God he gets his claws in us, right? And I'll get to the guitar in a minute. All right, here's another one real quick. Just kind of run through this. You guys, one guy was talking to me about resentment, how, I had to go speak at a treatment center. I quit drinking a long time ago. And anyway, I was thinking about resentment, and it's kind of like a broken record, isn't that right? And then, so I'm drawing out this record, I'm thinking, and then, I don't know if you guys have ever had records before, but they always get a scratch right at the very beginning. It's not a broken record, it's a scratched record. So it goes skip, 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 and it keeps playing the same old song, sad song. And it's the same thing, people do that. And I'm drawing this out, and I'm drawing the lines. There's always this bare spot between each song. And I'm thinking, not only are you missing, you're being a broker, you're missing the rest of the album. You're missing the rest of the songs of your life, and I explained this at the treatment center, and they were like, yeah. I mean, this is really, it might sound really basic, but you'll remember this for a long time. Anyway, so that's the thing that's nice about illustrations is we remember them forever. How much time I don't know how much time I'm taking, but anyway, I'm trying to hurry here.
Do it.
Huh?
Do it.
Okay, all right.
Good.
All right, so one time I was in this class, we were talking about water, how rivers, the water goes down and it goes into the ocean, and then the sun evaporates it, and it comes back, the clouds form, and they come back over, and they drop the rain on the mountains again. And so it's this cycle, right? And I started thinking about, like a beaver making a dam, like how we, in our own fear and sometimes our own, practicalness, we want to save money for our future, for, retirement or whatever. But we make these dams, and instead of letting that money go, and, it's not a formula that's going to come back to us, but somehow magically the water keeps coming back. And I can just imagine someone here not knowing this principle, that it's a cycle that they're just trying to hold all that water in. And so anyway, just the law of giving and receiving. Okay, here's the last one. All right. We were thinking about meditation. Someone was talking to me about meditation once, how it takes time, right? You can't just meditate for 2 minutes and you're done. So I started thinking about it, and I go, yeah, well, it's like an hourglass, And I'm drawing out this hourglass, thinking time, meditation. I'm like, what does this have to do with meditation? But then I started drawing the sand going through, and I started thinking, oh yeah, okay, I get it. That each grain of sand is like our thoughts. Every thought and all of our actions, every little nice thing you do for somebody is like a grain of sand going through the hourglass, and it all adds up. And we can either have like a positive hourglass or a negative hourglass, like just all this negative stuff built up for some people that builds up to problems. Anyway, here's one I did. This one's more fun. It's just kind of silly, but I thought about having my own Christian amusement park. Just crazy stuff. But anyway, I had this. This is a holy roller coaster right here, and then this is a downward spiral, and then there's like hell down here, and then I don't know. It'd be kind of a cool ride actually. This is like the haunted house from hell, and then this is the water baptism. This is a water slide. Anyway, it's kind of fun. Nice, huh?
Yeah.
Want to come to my amusement park when I build it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it would be good. But
Thank you.
we all got a blues song in us, don't we? Something negative happening. Oh, I want to say something. Ooh, sorry about rap. Whoa, what happened there?
That's me.
Okay. I'm not like a big rapper or nothing, sorry. I think, I try to figure out why I don't like rap, and then it's because, watching the videos and the guys going like this in the camera, and it's like my mom, that was like my mom, she'd like, now get upstairs, now pick up your room, I'm gonna have to whip you with my wooden spoon. Your mom used to do that?
Yeah.
Turn off that TV and do your homework. You'll be at minimum wage living with your mom retail clerk.
There you go. That's a good
But I do write some rap, though. I mean, I like rap as much as most guys. Like, I got this song I'm writing called I Got My Uzi in the Jacuzzi.
There you go.
With my girlfriend, Susie.
Yeah, I like it.
She's kind of boozy, but I can't be too choosy. Any girls want to be Susie in my video? Okay, anyway, so something painful. Someone having something painful we can use for rap, for a blues song for our entertainment, and you're not some entertainment. No, maybe. Okay, here's one for the single people.
Let's get it.
I need a home. Yeah, all by myself. When I eat alone, I prefer to be by myself. That's all I got on that song. Trying to think of something else, the traffic or something. I don't know, that was pretty painful. I can't, that one, there's no topping that one. I think I'm done. I don't know which time I used that.
No, keep going.
No,
you're not done.
Okay. Oops, my guitar just went out of tune.
I did.
It'd be great to be like, someone like, what's that guy's name?
Leonard Skinner.
Like you're tuning your guitar, like, I'm tuning my guitar now. And they're like, over the audience is going, oh, that's so awesome. Like you're so good that people don't care. Wait, where's... I met this, I was raised Catholic, but I met this guy in California who was a Christian, but he was like a stoner. He's like, dude, God is so awesome. Oh, it's like surfing, dude. And it's like, I used to do a lot of bong hits, but now I just inhale Jesus. He was like, it was so funny, but he was right, I was like, man, he's like, anyway, so I wrote a song for him. He's like, hey, dude, don't be bummed out. Take a bogus day, make it awesome. Ask Jesus to come into your heart, and then you'll be awesome. Sorry, it's been a long time since I done that one. Anyway, hey, dude, I like it. All right.
That was a good song.
What else have I got? Some notes here. Yeah, notes. Okay. Oh no, I can't do that one. That was. Okay. Oh, I used to drink alcohol, but I quit. But I loved alcohol so much when I was a kid, my song in high school was, when I was 17, I drank a lot of good beer. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Thanks, guys.
Nice. Give it up for Frank.
There you go. All right.
So Frank told me before we started, he's like, hey, I do music, but it's kind of comedic. I was like, well, what do you mean by that? You'll see. I see, Frank, I see. We'll have you back for sure. If you come back,